Okay, so we are going to be reacting to a former, an ex-Muslim who is black, and he's going to be explaining why Islam is not for black people. This is interesting, all of my videos are interesting, but we're going to be responding to this. And as always, make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave your comments, follow me at Rafi the Realtor on Instagram for all of your residential real estate needs in South Florida. You can donate to the channel via the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description or pinned comment. Let's get going.
Here to tell you the truth. One of Muhammad's slaves, the slaves he loved to trade, were black people. One of them was called Bilal, who, when he died, Muslims lied to people to say that he was the first black Muslim. No, he wasn't. He was forced into it. They made him make the call to prayer, not because they favored him. He was a slave. He actually asked the person who took him from the care of Muhammad and said, will you free me for the sake of Allah or keep me? And they kept him a slave. Wow. This is a reality. So when you see a nation of Islam being black people, it is deception. But let me tell you why it works. And why Christians were weak. They have indoctrination. They are so strongly indoctrinated that it is not about what the book says. There's something called taqiyya in Islam. Taqiyya means I can lie to you in order to get my message across. They say act weak until you become a majority, then take them over. Right now, I've been posting this because of some things that I've seen coming. The Muslim community is growing dramatically. Here's the reason why it's growing dramatically. Number one, it is the nature of people who come from other, especially the Middle East or African continent, to produce more than the Western world. So for every household, you may have 1 or 2 kids. They'll have like 8 kids that are indoctrinated. What is an indoctrination? It's an ideology. It's a way of thinking. In America, in New York, let me show you how we are so easy. How can New York, a place where 9/11 happened, where they ran planes into the Twin Towers and shouted, Allahu Akbar, you elect a mayor with the same belief, praying in Times Square, doing time of prayer, saying Allahu Akbar, we are taking over and you can do nothing about it. You don't understand what is happening right before you. You are trying to believe for things. They have an ideology they live by. And you cannot fight an ideology, you cannot fight an idea with faith. You have to fight it with an idea. You cannot fight an ideology with prayer. You fight it with an ideology. Most Muslims don't even know their faith. Listen, I grew up in it. I grew up around it. Some of my good friends were Muslims. Most of them don't know their faith. If you see a Muslim telling you there is radical Islam, it's a lie. Islam is just radical. They invite you to the faith once, twice you don't do it, they could take your life. According to their religion, it's fine. It's not radical Islam, that's just what Islam is. When they take over a country, if you're a Christian, you have to pay extra tax. If you can't pay tax, you either convert or die. Iran wasn't a Muslim country. Do you realize Arabic is not even Iran's country? It's not Iran's language. How did Iranians start speaking Arabic? Their symbols are Arabic. No, these guys speak Farsi. They are Persians. That's not their country, but look at what they do. That's exactly what they do. And to show you that the world does not understand this is that I was watching a video that this imam, which is a priest, was literally saying, in Washington, we have lobbyists. We have lobbyists. We are paying them to push this idea. Imagine one day 40,000 or 50,000 people are being killed in Iran. The next day, people are fighting to liberate Iran for whatever their reasons is. But let's think about the people getting ease. If these people get out of power, at least these people can figure it out. That is the hope. The next day, people are like, no, let Iranians decide. 50,000 people are killed, young and old, arrested, killed, murdered, because they opposed a government. What I am teaching you, I am not teaching you to have this fantasy idea. God truly, the Lord Jesus truly has to become an ideology. It has to be a way of life that you truly defend your scriptures. You defend your faith. Be willing to die for it.
Amen.
Not just shouting and making posts, but be willing. Because they are willing to do it. And they are not afraid to do it. There's this young guy who exposed Minnesota for fraud. He was in another city where some Christians were protesting, and he was there, and Muslims pulled up with cars, and some had weapons ready to kill them because they heard that they were burning the Quran. How many times have they burnt the American flag? You did nothing. How many times did they insult your Lord and you did nothing? Now, I am not calling you to be violent. That's not our way. But at the same time, we are supposed to be bold to defend our faith and defend our way. We lived in countries that we saw how this thing came in. It's usually being free and liberal that makes way for this. Tolerance. They have no tolerance for you. If their law is so good, let them go back to their countries where it is raining. Why are they coming to you? Why? Because their idea is to take over. They're not trying to assimilate. The 4 Hebrew boys were in Babylon. They never changed. They held on to their faith. And God used them supernaturally. Are you bold enough? Are you bold enough to defend your faith within yourself and outside of yourself? With intelligent arguments. With intellectual speech. Not just emptiness. We are not empty people. The African slave trade was not started by the West. It wasn't. Please hear me. Christianity had been in Africa way before the West came to Africa. They had just discovered the faith. One of the oldest, not the oldest, but one of the oldest Christian manuscripts is found in Ethiopia. Don't you know Egypt was a Christian country?
This is facts. This is facts. This guy knows his stuff. If it really makes no sense to me, makes very little sense to me when I see black people that are so crazy about being Muslim. It's very interesting to me, considering how much they were enslaved. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, like the video, follow me at Rafi the Realtor for all of your residential real estate needs. Before I wrap this up, for anyone who's black especially, but everyone listening to this, look up trans-Saharan slave trade. Look that up. Do your research. Thank you as always. You can support the channel via the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description or pinned comment. I look forward to you tuning into the next video. Peace out.